So I want to talk to you about how Vocollect Voice can benefit some of your operations specifically. So here are some of the high-level or C-level issues that you may be facing on a day-to-day basis. And I'll walk through a couple of these and we'll talk about how these issues have been addressed with some of your peers in the industry. So let's take, for example, the seasonal workers. Many of the customers, many DCs, have certain peak periods where they employ seasonal or temporary workers. Now, they need to make sure that these seasonal or temporary employees can be quickly ramped up, can be trained, and be effective to be on maximum productivity for that particular day or the week or however amount of time that they are on the job. And you'll notice that many of these customers that we have at Vocollect who have high seasonal variations and have a high level of seasonal workers. Some of them have achieved greater than 31% productivity improvements, a 50% reduction in training time and costs, and a 35% better retention of their employees. Let's take, for example, the labor costs. Reducing the labor costs as a percentage of sales is another big operations challenge. We have another result here, another case study where we've seen customers have a productivity improvement of 27% and 80% reduction in training time compared to the previous year. It's customer service levels. If I were to talk about that, making sure that you can deliver the perfect order to your own customers. Because the cost of not delivering the accurate order is not just the product, but also the amount of touch points that go along with it. Many of our customers have achieved greater than 99.99% order accuracy and have completely eliminated the function of auditing. Another interesting one right here is maybe multilingual workers. A question comes up like, how do I interact with voice technology if I have workers who speak 2 or 3 different languages? And to that I say, the way the voice technology works is that workers don't have to speak in a common language. They can use their own native language and be as effective as anybody else. In fact, a few months back, I was at a warehouse in Italy, and there were about 120 different employees. And some of these employees from across the entire European region. And I was talking to the DC manager. One of the things he said really surprised me. He said that none of the employees, not even a single one, actually spoke Italian. They spoke 4, 5, 6 different languages, and all of them were working together on the same team, using the same mobile computers and interacting using voice. So all of those variations in accents, languages, all of that can be taken care of by using the Vocollect Voice technology. And another big one is safety. Especially when you're not using paper, you're not reading through the paper lists, or you're not punching buttons on the RF terminals. Workers can be a lot more focused and much more attentive to the environment. So that alone drastically reduces the number of accidents in a DC, and obviously having a DC where you have 0 accidents is a much more safer DC. So these are some of the operational challenges and the benefits that voice can provide or address. It's outside just the improvements in productivity or accuracy. So safety, labor cost reduction, training time, employee turnover, all of these things can actually be improved using voice technology.